All right, what's up, guys? I'm back. I hope this time, hopefully this time we're not gonna have any, you know, internet issues, man. My internet was crazy. I had to go off and come back because I still wanted to do the show with you guys, review a few videos. So hopefully you guys can hear me just like the videos you're coming in. Support your boy. I'm just gonna get into it because we already came in, but it was going in and out. So I'm gonna try this time. Hopefully it works. And let's go.
Brian says this, and this makes sense to me. Okay, so in your early years before you got to me, you were sleeping with everything that was around. And now you get to me and say, I really, really like you and hated all those guys, but you have to wait. From the perspective of the man, that's pretty brutal, right? That's a pretty brutal thing to say. It's like, you like me, but I have to wait to experience this. But these other guys you didn't like, didn't have to wait, can make that make sense, right?
Well,
and I
there wasn't
actually haven't
multiple-
heard a great answer yet for this.
I feel like a woman would be trying to do that to try to create value for herself in his eyes. If she had done this before, but is like trying to change her ways and show this to him, that he would value her more and be more likely to date her rather than, oh, I can just hit it and quit it tonight and never talk to her again, because maybe she's really into Brian and really wants him to value her and see the worth in her, so she's trying to change her way in that way and have him value her that way.
I don't think a woman, by withholding sex, has ever negotiated her way into a long-term relationship by simple virtue of her withholding sex. Because I think what would either happen is that if he's interested in you and he'd be inclined to have a relationship with you, it's not clear to me if having sex with him will prevent him from still wanting to pursue a relationship with you.
I
And
think in
that's
some guys
been
it will.
But then wouldn't it
that's
just
just
be a
preference.
manipulation tactic?
Could be.
So is
It is a manipulation tactic. That's why they do it. Because think about it. They didn't make the guys before you wait. And now for some reason, you're the Prince Charming that they're making wait. Like, that doesn't make sense. You would think the good guy would be rewarded. You would think they would want to sleep with a good guy. They would be so attracted to him, they couldn't keep their hands off the good guy. But for the good guy, he has to wait.
isn't it a false? But this is where he stalemates it and why it pisses me off, because of that answer, right? So that answer is what it creates value for me in his eyes, right? Okay, but if that didn't, would you still sleep with him the first night? And the answer is, well, yeah. It's like, so then aren't you faking virtue? And that is
really good
when,
point.
and that's when
But that
when
goes
Brian
into if
says,
she
He doesn't
wait,
want to
so-
sleep with him on the first
No,
date.
no, no, but
let him finish. Let him
Yeah.
But
finish.
hang on. So what Brian says here, right, as frustrating as it is, because I don't have the great response to this, how's that not faking virtue? If she and so remember the entailment here is
Faking.
I do this to create value for me in your eyes. But if that doesn't create value in my eyes, but instead sleeping with you creates that value, would you do that? The answer would have to be yes, because that's what you're creating the value for, right? And he says, well, then you're faking virtue.
It's faking it.
And it's like, I don't know how to get around that exactly.
That's a good point.
It's a good point.
I think like her level of comfort also makes sense, though, that she's not going to want to sleep with someone
Then she
after
doesn't
first
like
date
him.
after what she's been given, the experience she was given. And
I
put
also-
through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not even disagreeing that that's true.
Or not knowing what his
Yeah,
values
I'm
would
not-
be.
also
I'm
want
not
to say
disagreeing
that
with this at
I
all.
don't
I think it's
like
like a comfort of
set
the
a
value.
time limit where I tell them like I'm not sleeping with you till we go on 5 dates. I purposely don't on the first date, and like if it feels right, I not on the first date, but like I don't put a time limit on it. It's basically what I'm saying.
Well,
Just-
listen, I understand, because what you guys are doing is you're individualizing this, which is fine, right? You can individualize it.
It's a
Maybe
good
their
point.
preference isn't this. I agree with you, right? But if it is that I'm making you wait, not because I wouldn't sleep with you if I thought that created the value, but instead of making you wait because I think it creates value to you, for me, that I don't do this, then I don't see how an entailment of that isn't I'm faking virtue. I can't see how to rationalize. Can you?
The only thing
I mean, the only way women can understand this if you give them the example that, hey, listen, so you're making the good guy wait because the guys in your past, when you gave it up on the first date, you found out they were not good men, they used you, whatever the case, right? A man could literally say the same thing, that the women in my past used me for free food dinner dates, they used me for money, they used me for attention, they just used me and ghosted me. So if men start saying, hey, listen, I'm not going to take you on a date, which some men do, right? I'm not going to take you to the dinner date, which some men do. We're just going to do coffee, a walk in the park, because I don't want to spend money on you, because in the past when I spent money on women, they used me and they left me and they ghosted me. But when men say that, women don't like it. You know what women say when you don't want to take her to dinner and you just want to do a coffee date? Oh, you're broke, you're sassy, you hate women. If you're broke, just say that. You know what I mean? But women want men to accept them for with giving the excuse, hey, listen, no sex because the men in my past used me, so I'm gonna make you wait 90 days. It's like, men are okay with that as long as you accept the fact that men have also been used for free food dinner dates and they're not willing to take you on a dinner date on the first date. If women can accept that, men will be okay with waiting. Some men.
that makes me think, the only way I can rationalize it a little bit, and I don't even think I agree with it, I'm just trying to like put the pieces together in my brain, is if you are going out with the intent to prove the virtue to yourself and not the man. You're going out there to prove
But
it.
isn't that cope?
It's
totally cope.
That's what I'm saying. The only way I can rationalize it in my head is like you have, I don't know, some come to Jesus moment and you realize this is how you're going to rationalize it to yourself moving forward. But I think Brian's got us there.
Yeah,
I think
it's a bad one. It does. So I'm going to destroy this argument. Not today, but I will.
Or
it is a
worrying about
stalemate
screwing
because it's true, right? If the answer is I would do this if I thought this was more pleasing. Instead, I'm doing this because I think to him it creates more value. He sees me differently. And if we took that out of the equation, I don't see how it's not faking virtue.
It is fake.
But this also has to be.
I think
this,
it's just unsure.
I'm also I'm also doing it to like not get myself hurt, because for me, when I do sleep with someone, I normally get feelings for them. So like waiting will help me like see if this person is someone I actually really do want to date.
But so he.
No, the only reason, in my opinion, women use sex as a manipulation tactic, or no sex till marriage, no sex until 90 days, no sex after this, is because they know if they give up the chicks and the guy claps the chicks, they have nothing more to give to a man to keep him around. So they use the sex to keep him around. Let him keep investing. Let him keep taking me out on nice dinner dates. Let me keep him around, because I know the only thing I can use to keep him around is the punani. If I give it up, there's nothing else I can offer to a man. You know what I mean? Because most guys don't just ghost women after sex, right? If she's interesting to be around, good conversation, having a good time, and I don't always have to spend money with her, most men are willing to be with a woman, because few men go out with women they don't like, especially physically. So the next point is, apart from the beauty, what else does she bring to my life? Right? Most women don't have that. So what do? They use sex as a tactic, manipulation tactic.
Here's where it gets complicated, right? So this whole waiting for sex thing becomes a bit more believable when a woman has a track record of upholding it. But you said that, so this guy who you've currently been seeing, you made him wait 5 dates, if I recall?
Probably about, I didn't like say 5 dates, but like
that's what
I'm
happened.
estimating, yeah.
Okay, but then in between that, you said there was one guy who you hooked up with immediately.
Yeah.
So it's not an actual value you hold. It's just sort of this arbitrary
Can't her
thing.
values change?
Yeah,
Couldn't she have had a
this
different
happened-
So
value when
like
she
snip,
first
snap,
slept with the
snip,
guy?
snap, back and forth. So
That
one
doesn't sound like
day.
a snip snap. It sounds like she had a bad experience.
No,
with
but
a
hold
man.
on. So this is the timeline here, and I don't know the full timeline because I don't know all the people you've dated. Lost your virginity quickly. made this guy wait 5 dates, and
I
then
was in a long-term relationship
but further,
before that.
okay, I know I'm excluding things. Then further along in the timeline, you reverted back to sleeping with somebody quickly. So that is a back and forth.
Yeah.
Lost her virginity easily, made this guy wait 5 dates, one night stand or whatever it was.
Yeah, and that's definitely like
That's a flip flop.
it is, and I've been trying to better myself in that way because I don't want to just give it up on the first date. So like I've been actively working on it. I want to have that value, but sometimes like my self-esteem gets low, and a lot of the times like when I have sex with somebody, it brings it up for some reason. I can't say exactly why, but that's just how it is. I know that that's not necessarily a healthy way of thinking, which is why I'm actively trying to change
Well,
it.
so here's kind of, I guess, the perspective that
I think the issue is they change with a good guy. Like they make all these mistakes, apparently mistakes, with the bad boys, with the guys who don't want anything serious. And then when they get someone who's serious, they do the opposite. You know what I mean? The guys who don't take them on dinner dates, they get to clap them cheeks first night. You know, the guys who don't do anything for them, they get them pregnant, right? The guys who don't call them back, they chase after. And then they get this guy who buys the flowers, who calls them every single day, takes them on nice dates. And that's the guy they punish for being a good guy. Like it doesn't make sense. To them, maybe it does make sense, but it's stupid.
I'm trying to get at. So if I can sort of flip the script a little bit, this would be like a guy saying, when it comes to like, okay, you have casual sex with these guys in your past, and then the guy who you actually want a relationship with, you make him wait. Be like me saying, you don't understand. Those women were just for hookups. So of course, I have notes on this. I'm going to be reading off the notes. Of course, I bought them expensive stuff. I took them to the best dining places. I even paid their bills. But you're different from them. I actually see you as a potential girlfriend, wife, so you have to wait for those benefits. So we should go out to McDonald's and you should pay, by the way.
Yeah, sounds dumb.
Once again, I'm not purposely making them wait.
Are you
I see
just
your
going
point.
on
I
dates with
see your
women
st-
that have?
Yeah, no,
Right.
I understand
Tell
the
me.
point as
Like, I
well.
see your-
And I'm trying to explain myself like
That's crazy.
my values have changed since that time. So
Their values change as they go. Their values change. So the values they have in January, when the winter is over there, are different from the values they have in spring, right? And then they're different from the values they have for summertime. For summertime, it's what do they call it? Hot girl summer. They're outside, they're doing their thing. And then when fall comes around, and then winter comes back again, their values change completely. I'm telling you guys, the woman you date in January, wintertime, is going to be totally different from a woman in summertime. In summertime, she's going to be free. She wants to be free, go out with her homegirls. And then when winter rolls back again, now she wants a cuddle body, let's cuddle. You know, she wants a boo thing for the wintertime. It's crazy. Like they change with the seasons.
yeah. That's all.
I think probably we got to do a stalemate on that.
Did you have something on this? It sounded you had something on this. You?
Me?
Yeah.
Healing is not a linear process, so it makes sense that she has to take steps back to take steps forward. Because we were talking about the flip flops, but it's a very, very common occurrence when
Oh,
someone is
no.
changing their moral view that they're going to fall back on it
Sure.
and they're going to change.
Right.
And that's
but
okay. That's
so-
part of growth.
Yeah, that's cool for her, but I'm trying to explain the male perspective and why a guy might view this as bullshit or frustrating. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
She can
I
do
totally
whatever
see
she
that.
wants.
I think if a
She can
guy
do whatever she
truly,
wants.
genuinely values you and wants to be with you, then he will be willing to wait. I don't think a man.
It's the same thing. If a woman truly and genuinely likes you, she'll be willing to pay for your dinner date. She'll be willing to go for a coffee date. You see how that does make sense? It's like they want men to accept them the way they are. But as soon as men are like, okay, if you genuinely like me, don't ask me to send you no money. Don't ask me to take you to an expensive date. You know, just don't care about my money. You know, accept me the way I am. It's the same thing.
that is unwilling
Sure.
to wait I think that says a lot about who they are as a
Right.
person, a
and
lot
I
more than
think-
the woman.
I think a woman who truly likes you, even though she knows that you treated every single girl prior to her that you've been with, whether it was long-term relationship,
Nice
or
analogy.
maybe we can even exclude long-term relationships, and she knows that you've had, some casual hookups, one-night stands, and you would pay for the date for the casual hookups, you would bring them on trips, you would do all these things, you would provide, you would protect. But now that all of a sudden he really likes you and you really like him, he wants to actually pull back on providing. He doesn't want to pay for dates for you because you're the one. You're the one, but he doesn't want to provide. And you know that all his prior relationships and girlfriends and women he's hooked up with got far better treatment. You wouldn't be upset about that as a girl?
Yeah, but I think that's a very different
How
than
is that-
some
Oh,
than
different.
waiting for
Different.
someone to have sex with you.
It's not
How is that?
different.
Because I
but
don't think
it's
that-
an analogy, so it's not
Yeah.
a one-to-one.
Yeah.
It doesn't. What's the term?
She doesn't get it.
It doesn't like print on one-to-one.
I just don't think it's fair to
It's not
assume a
typical,
woman.
really, yeah.
I don't think it should be expected of her to give it up easily on the first date because she made the mistake the first time.
She doesn't have to. I'm just sharing the guy's perspective
Yeah.
here.
I
and feeling-
understand the guy's perspective.
Because
but-
I'm bi, I date women. If a woman came to me and told me her story,
You're a woman,
my
though.
first thought wouldn't be, man, it's so unfair that I don't get sex right now. I would think, that's so awful that you went through that. I'm so sorry that you experienced
saying
that
that
trauma.
something-
Because you're a woman, so you never understand the man's. Oh my God, this should be common sense. You're a woman, so of course you're gonna side with a woman. The same way I'm a man, chances are I'm gonna side with a man.
awful.
Let's wait for that.
Who's saying that something awful
What she
happened?
experienced was kind of
Abuse?
awful.
You think it was
no,
abuse?
I've never said that.
She had
Don't
a-
put words in my mouth.
Quirky hookup.
Yeah, I didn't get
situation.
any trauma or anything.
I
from
mean,
it. It was.
That's
it
not
wasn't-
trauma.
It wasn't an ideal first
She
time.
She had consensual
I know,
sex.
but it
Why
was-
are you trying to paint it like
She's gonna
pathologize
yep,
the
they do this
situation?
all the
I'm
time.
not pathologizing the situation.
I mean, you have a tendency to do that, but go on.
Do not.
That's you're saying
What
what?
she
This
explained-
woman.
Yeah, that's what women do. They have like hookups, they get them chicks clapped, they're throwing the punani left and right, and then they turn back 10 years later. Oh my God, I was abused. I was forced to do this. But it's like you had consensual sex with those guys, but now 10 years later, you're regretting and making it seem like though you were forced. It's crazy. But anyway, shout out to whatever podcast. Shout out to you guys who are watching me. I'm sorry, before my internet was going crazy, so I had to just come back. But let's get into it. We're gonna cook regardless. We're gonna work with what we have. So let's go to Anton Daniels, which is really the title you guys came for. So the title of the video. So we're gonna go to that. Okay. Shout out to you guys. Just like the video. All right. So let's go. Let's go to the next video. Late night stream. Never been here at this time, but we're gonna cook regardless. Let's go.
Clear, authentic thoughts. I'm not even going to pose a specific question. I just want to get y'all thoughts on it.
Out over the summer, and then I'm like re-entered a hoe era.
Right
But the
now,
last two guys I've fucked, like in the past month, have suggested using condoms, and I'm like kind of being offended by the condom epidemic. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm allergic.
yeah, I don't like them. I'm
No,
not.
who likes them? One, it kills the mood. Okay, so like they're looking for a condom. Two, I don't want to have your fucking weird offspring baby. Like I have a
Yeah.
stronger IUD than like Zeus. Like pregnancy's not on the table. I don't want to have a child with you. Or like three, are you calling me a whore and are you trying to like protect yourself from STDs I might have?
Do you ever ask them, like, why are you doing this?
Yes.
What have they said?
This happened to me like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, look at you looking for a condom and like how it's ruining the mood. And also like, why do you need one?
What do you say?
He just like thought it was practicing responsible sex and boundaries with him, and I was like, blah 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 blah.
Do you tell them to grow up?
I got the ick. I haven't talked to him since.
So that's the first clip. Here's the second clip.
That's crazy.
Emergency press conference, guys. I'm not in the fucking mood today for this bullshit. Okay? I woke up bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, honestly. I was out pretty late last night. I opened my phone, very excited for my doom scroll. And the first video that lands on my For You page is this beautiful young woman trying to cancel me for having a controversial opinion about sex. I said I don't fuck with condoms and they ruin the vibe. And if that's what we want to cancel me for, okay, cancel me. End my career. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not changing my mind on that one. If I texted a group chat with 100 bitches right now and said, hey guys, when was the last time you used a condom? I can guarantee most of them would say high school.
I agree.
I'm sorry. I don't think that's a controversial opinion at all. And that's what you want to come for me for? On this beautiful Saturday?
So
I agree. Look at all the single mothers we have. If they used condoms, I mean, and some of you guys have experienced this, right? You're with a nice lady. It's time to clap them cheeks. You get the condoms out, and she's like, "Oh, you think I got STDs? Oh, you don't trust me? Why do you need a condom for?" And obviously, some of you guys are very weak. You know, it's human. You put the condoms away, you clap them cheeks, and now you're baby daddy. You're in child support 18 years. But women are saying men who use condoms are lame. Like they turn them off. Crazy world.
here's a question that I have. All right, in a general sense, and I want to get y'all thoughts. The woman says that she doesn't really care for men using condoms. A lot of times we place the responsibility on men,
Facts.
rightfully so, because it takes two people to tangle. But we've placed the responsibility on men as far as making sure that they do the right thing when it comes to protecting themselves or, you know, whatever, diseases, pregnancies, whatever. Are white women more likely to refuse? Because I've seen this conversation happening across racial lines and stuff too. And I just want to throw this out there, and then y'all can answer the questions however you want to answer them. Are white women, is this normalized more within white women in that they're not requiring for people to use condoms and they just more promiscuous?
Nah,
Is this a white woman thing? Is this just a woman thing?
it's a woman
Is this
thing.
a real thing? Do most women actually require for men to use condoms? What are y'all thoughts on this in a general sense? Anybody can start.
I mean, before they even go, it's not a white woman thing, it's not a black woman thing, it's a modern woman thing. Like, first of all, chances are she's gonna use some plan B because they don't want to be mothers after being single mothers for so long. So you get the condoms out. Some of them are gonna be like, maybe a majority are gonna be like, no, I don't like condoms. I'm allergic to condoms. Oh, you don't trust me. Oh, you think I'm gonna give you something. So
In a general sense, the only people that ever asked me to use a condom were black. So,
That's
well, I guess
crazy.
not general. My anecdotal experience, yes. Black women be trying to make you wrap it up. White women, not so much.
That's crazy.
I love her. It's great. Like, people need to stay out of other people's business. If we together decide that we're not using a condom, what the fuck are you worried about?
Mm.
That's like you make a decision, and like if you don't like it, we ain't gotta fuck. Like, bye.
She said if she texts a group chat and she asked when the last time that, and I'm paraphrasing here, when the last time the women in the group chat actually were, you know, required men to wear a condom, she said it will probably be since high school, probably back in high school. Do you
That's
think that that's
crazy.
an
But I
accurate
believe it.
statement or no?
I believe it.
That sounds about right. No one asked me to use a condom in high school, but sure.
I believe
Kim and
I've
I,
had more raw sex than condom sex.
it. That's crazy. Admitting that on the internet.
What the fuck, Tom? Why you
That's
tell me
crazy.
that? I'm telling the truth. Like, women don't say that.
That's
I've never
crazy.
had an
Admitting
STI
that.
or an STD.
I want to
Shit
hear
that
what
I
the
know
ladies
of.
say.
Nigga, I go get checked. What you mean? It just went away in the interim?
Like Mika say, Quentin don't mind STD.
I want to hear what the ladies.
Kim and I, what are your thoughts on this?
Here we
I
go.
don't think that's just a white woman thing. I mean, I obviously don't have the same experience that, let's say, Quentin or Slimmy or you would even have, like, because I don't have sex with women. But I don't think that it's a white woman thing. I think it's
I agree. It's a woman.
not even just a woman thing. But I mean, the rate of STDs
And
and babies
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. Like that proves that it's not just white women. So I think that
I agree. I was going to say, how is it a white woman thing when it's mostly black women who are have the highest single mother rate? Now, unless you're going to say white women use more pills like contraceptives, okay, maybe. Okay, but what about STDs? Is it the white women with more STDs, or is it the black women or black community for that matter? So that's another question. You feel me? So I think it's just modern relationships, modern casual hookups. Most people don't, especially if it's hookups, because most people sleep with each other 2, 3, maybe 10 times, 3 to 6 months relationship, and then they move on. So chances are they're not going to be using condoms.
that was an odd question, Anton.
What do you mean is an odd question? Why is it an odd question?
Why would it just be white women?
I'm going based off of what she says.
But why did you jump past her just being a woman into her being a white woman?
But she also
Here, I'll
said
show
her-
you. I'll show you why. I'll show you why.
her IUD. I don't know younger black women walking around with IUDs.
I'm a federal employee, and
I'll show you why. Give me 1 second.
I love how you guys are all so confused about the Haley condom comment, but for the longest time,
All right, I got you.
are really
This is why.
How you guys are all so confused about the Haley condom comment, but for the longest time, we've always said that white girls are really free and nasty. They be real nasty. If you understand, you understand. They do a lot. Every time I see a black guy who's like, "Oh, I only talk to white girls," I'm like, I know why. Because of that comment. I know my white girlfriends, none of them wear protection. None of them wear protection, and they be on the streets.
But how come they have less kids and less STDs than black women? That doesn't make sense.
Me and my black friends, protection all the way.
But you got more
We don't
kids.
play none of them games. We don't even make it. It's not even humorous. The humor is not in it. It's not humorous, any of the rumorous, nothing.
That's not
Nothing.
true.
It's not in the room with us. None of it. But you people will never understand what is going on. Like, this Haley comment has, like, literally, it's just opened the eyes to the world and everything that black girls have been saying. And I'm happy that we're having this conversation.
That's why. So the reason why I said it, because there's a lot of videos floating around of black women, white women, and a lot of the women are saying that white women have been like this for a long time. Kim. So this is the context behind why I framed the question this way, because of what's being communicated online.
I don't think that girl has lying friends. I don't think that being chaste and abstinent was made to be as big of a deal in white households as it was in black households, mostly because of religion. And so I don't think that it's that the black women aren't doing these things. I think that they've been so shamed into not saying anything that they just don't. They're just lying. I don't believe that. I don't believe it's just white women.
Facts, because they got more kids. If you're really using, protection, black women, why would you have more kids? 1, 2, 3, 4 kids by 10 different men? That doesn't make sense.
Mika, you look perplexed.
Mika looks confused.
I was trying to figure out the last line you said, Kim.
I don't think that it's just white women.
No, when you said about white women's household, what did you say?
That they aren't necessarily shamed in the same way that black women are for sexual activities in general. And I base that on religion.
But by who? When you think about the household, what do you mean?
Parents, friends, societal, their male counterparts. Again, I think that we as black people are so I don't want to say oppressed, but I can't come up with another word right now, but oppressed by religion. It's been so ingrained
shame.
in us that, you know, all of these things are something to be shameful for. Whereas I don't think that that happens, you know, on that side of things, which is the same reason why I think that Black people are more homophobic than anybody else. Same stuff because of religion. And these women, because of that, are just lying. They're not having better behavior.
I agree.
You think so? Do you think so? You're saying a white father, just in general, wouldn't have those types of restrictions, or
I'm saying if you took 10 households Black, 10 households white, that there would be more Black households that would shame sexual behavior. Like you're not shacking up, your boyfriend not coming to spend the night, y'all not sleeping in the same room if y'all not married, you
That's
know,
true.
just all of those kind of things. I think
I agree because for the white households, you guys have seen it. If she has a boyfriend, they will invite the boyfriend over. But for the black household, if you have a girlfriend, you have a boyfriend, they don't want you to be in any type of relationships. Your mama doesn't want you to be like that because most likely, if you're the girl, she doesn't want you to get pregnant the way she did when she had you. If you're the boy, the dad doesn't want you around girls because you're probably going to get them pregnant and he doesn't want to take care of the kids.
that most of that is deeply ingrained in Black people.
I agree.
You disagree, Mika?
yeah. Well, and not because to say that she's wrong per se, but yeah, because I mean, I grew up in white patriarchy, and it was you not having it. You weren't getting any of it.
Like that's just one.
No, but you, no, Quentin, hush. Because you just had your,
Well,
no.
you can't always just say I
Everything
did this, I did that,
Mika's
so
talking
this
about
is not
See,
true. It's like,
you just had your white woman anecdotal experience.
and I said that, but this is what
And I
you
just
always
told you
do.
that was mine.
I did, but I
just
don't
told you
make
that
it
was
seem
mine,
like
and I'm
all. I
behind
don't
it.
call people.
I just
I
told you
don't
that was
call
mine.
people
I didn't-
wrong
I
because
did
I
not.
did this. I
I
tell
did
my
not. You
opinion
just
because I
said
did
it.
this.
That's what
I
you
don't
just
say
said.
I didn't call nobody wrong.
I did not just say
You
she's
said you
not
don't
wrong
agree
per
with
se.
her because you grew up with
Did
white
not
people.
just say she's not wrong per se. And then you just said it was because you said in your experience, every black woman that I have
I
slept
didn't
with
say
was a
every. I didn't
condom.
say every. No,
Yes,
I
you
didn't.
did.
No, I didn't. Run it back. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You
I
said
said
every
the
black
women
I
woman.
he
didn't
has
say
had.
every. I said all the black women that I've been with.
Every. Come on.
He said the ones he has been
Semantics.
with.
And I said that was my anecdotal experience.
You didn't say
Just
that.
like you named yours.
Go ahead, continue, Mika.
Anywho,
Like I said, I can't wait to be a white girl. It's crazy.
to what?
What were you
Because
saying, Mika? I was listening.
I could have sworn when Pearl was on here, she agreed with me. But anywho, lastly, I don't know. It sounds like a back and forth about what hole is the nastiest. Because what are we really talking about? One is talking about, okay, they use a condom, but they're still sleeping around. The other one is talking about they don't use a condom, they're still sleeping around. I think they're having the same issue. It's just, okay, who's doing what nastier? At the end of the day, I don't think it's a white or black thing. I think it's more of a mindset.
And some of them are lying. That is the truth. Because the ones who claim to use protection have the most kids. So go figure. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. I just thought I should review that because they are attacking men who use condoms. Crazy times we live in, man. Crazy, crazy times. All right. Anyway, let's get to my boy Ali, Ilkan Ali, and the Untouchables Army with Fadi. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, let's go. Here we go.
What?
I thought we didn't know how to treat men.
What'd you say?
You said we doing all these things for these dusties. We doing all this stuff for the dusties, but we don't know how to treat
No, but that HQ. That's the point. That's the point. Listen to what you said, right?
What I say?
A woman will take care of a man that is below her. Okay? Put the average man on an established man, and that man gets nothing. As soon as he loses his job, he's done. As soon as his dick is not working, like the homosexual, the man that you think is below you gets everything from you.
Fact.
He gets your last dime. You go finance his business. You want to take care of people, but that's the thing. He has to be below you. So if I have a better car than you, if you know I make a bet more money than you, if I'm actually giving you more things that you are giving me back, trying helps. And HQ, we're not saying to cook a $10 bill million. Like, he's trying. Like I said, candy is $1. Let me just say this. Ask to all these men that are getting with women, especially in 2025, ask them, what are they getting that is a show of appreciation and love other than words and shit that literally is platitudes and there's nothing to do with like something practical. Tell me one thing that these women are doing for these men on a regular to show I like Ali and Candy's melanin like him too. So I'm going to do this little thing that is going to put me far and beyond above this woman because I'm competing with them and I'm going to show Ali that I'm better than them. What are women on the regular doing that right now to get the men they want? Go ahead, HQ. You got it. I'll put it right here. Here you go.
Oh, that's a question you have to ask young ladies. I ain't trying to
deflect. You older than them.
I'm going back to the original question. What you said was, you said that women don't know how to keep a man. And yet and still, he just said, we'll do everything for a poor dude that we won't do. So you're saying that we
doesn't. No. I'll HQ. Please, 1 second. I don't want to. I don't want to.
I mean, I'm not going to let y'all stand there and
HQ. 1 second.
Don't know what we're doing.
HQ. 1 second. Listen to what I said. This man has nothing to give to you other than raw dick and a sandwich and a towel for you to wipe your back when he's done. He doesn't have nothing, so you can't ask for nothing. You actually like him. You like him. You love his smell. You love how he makes you feel. You know, like you like that dude. That dude is going to get from you because you know he doesn't have nothing.
So you saying we treat bad dudes? We treat bad dudes better than we treat regular normal dudes. That's what you saying.
No, please. Listen to what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying.
Listen to what I'm saying. A woman will like a man that has nothing.
Yeah, because he cannot tell her what to do. Now, it's not going to be long term. Like, don't get it twisted. Just because you have nothing and you have a woman who likes you, always dealing with you and lets you clap her cheeks, doesn't mean long term she actually doesn't want a guy who can provide. It's just that the guys who provide have standards. The guys who provide are going to tell her what to do. But she doesn't want to deal with that right now in this second because she's strong and independent. She's still making some money. But after some time, 45, 55, when she's tired of paying bills, she's going to want a guy who can come in and pay bills.
And because he has nothing to give you, she will pour from her cup to his cup. As soon as the man gets a giant cup, and now he can pour into you, woman go from mama bear trying to protect and nurture a man to gimme, what can you give me now that you have a cup full? What can you give me? The average man is the one that is saying, I'm not getting nothing in return because this woman thinks I'm more than her, I have more money than her, I'm taller than her, I'm faster than her, so I'm going to give her a jacket, I'm going to give her this ticket to go to Rio, I'm going to send her money. Woman, as soon as they get a man that is on their level or above, go into the what can I get from you mentality. And this is what I'm telling. If you actually want to get a man of value, not a bum, because y'all women say you don't like bums. So we're talking about men that actually you like that are on your level and above. Instead of you going on the relationship on a what can I get from you, fatty, the best way for you to get the position is what can I help you? How can I help you, Fetty? How can I make your life easier? How can I do some things to make your day a little bit brighter? What can I do that you like that we can do together? And most of these women never do it,
They don't
or they
do
do it
shit.
for a second until they get the relationship. And as soon as you give the commitment, as soon as you like them more, they like you, it's over. It's the flip-flop. I like you more. Now I'm in love with you. Now all of a sudden, I'm doing again things for you instead of you doing things for me, because now you got me. There's nothing we can do anymore. So you are going to tell me, HQ, where am I lying? Everybody can touch on this situation.
I don't know whether it's a lie or not. I don't know whether it's a lie or not. You're talking about anecdotal individual things.
No,
because most women are not like that.
What do you mean most women are not like that when every single day men are talking about how women don't appreciate them? When every single day women are saying they're the prize and they will never cook for a man? When every single day women are saying they will never buy a man a gift? When every single day they're saying cleaning for a man is slavery? What world is this woman living in? This is crazy.
Most women are not like that.
Y'all just said that you fuck more men than you cook for them.
That don't mean I didn't care about the person.
So what?
They say you didn't care. No. They say you didn't care. No, ma'am. Y'all said y'all had sex with the man you didn't care about. You said it too. And the man you cared about, you cooked for. You said
say
you the first
anything
one.
about
You
having
started
sex with a man I didn't care about.
So let's clarify it even more. When we start asking and interviewing sisters on their relationships, majority of the time they say they were cheaters, abusers, and they was dogs. I go, well, what happened with a good man? Oh, well, we just grew apart. We didn't get along.
Right.
Somehow the good man you can't maintain. So when we ask you about the bad guy, you can stay in a toxic relationship for 5 to 10 years with the bad guy. But when we talk about the good guy, you can't stay in a relationship for 1 year because now you have to be a woman for him. The man that you supposedly like, I don't agree with Fatty that you like the man. I believe you control the man because those men need you and they're desperate. So woman to stay with a man who need her because she controls that man. Soon as he starts feeling himself or he demonstrates to you exactly who you knew who he was, now you say he was an asshole, he was a toxic man and no good man. So then we go, damn, where are all the good men then? Those 1-2 good men you talk about, you can't never keep them because you have to be on his page and you don't want to be a woman that changes for a man that you love. You want the man to change for you so you're in control. That's the problem we're talking about. So you also admitted it. You had sex with the man you didn't care about more than you had sex with, gave peace and cooking to the man you cared about. So that's all we're trying to demonstrate. Majority of men you mistreat. It's a small minority of men you will take care of that you don't even like just so you can be in control. It's just like a woman who buy her kids toys but neglect them. So they'll say that she's a good mom. They'll buy them toys, take them to wherever they want to go to, put a laptop in front of their face so they can get out their face. And they go place, oh, I got a good mama. But she knows she's not a good mom and the kids know she's not a good mom. She's just buying it to save face so she looks like a good mom.
And sometimes when they buy a man a gift, they are using some of the money the man gave her. It's like they never want to ever spend their own money. That's why I told you guys, if you ever go on a date and let's say you pay for the dinner and the woman says, you know what, you pay for the dinner, let's go to, get like what do you call it? Like ice cream and shit like that after dessert, and she wants to buy dessert and she's willing to pay for it without asking you, that's a good woman, because it's very rare. And I can count on how many hands women have ever bought a man a dessert after he just paid for dinner. Very few. She's going to want you to go dessert and also pay for that. It's like they never want to do anything for a man, but they expect the man to do every single thing. And then they wonder why men are checking out.
Again, that's true, but I don't know if it tells the whole story.
What's the
that
whole
is
story?
true what you're talking about. So first I want to acknowledge the truth in what you and Fatty are saying, because it's true. Women have become transactional. And even further, there is this imbalance in relationships where women would rather have control than to reciprocate in feminine energy, which requires submission. All those things are true. But that also implies that all men are providers, right? That also implies that all men are good, showing up and getting the short end of the stick. And it also implies that all women are these lazy.
No, you don't.
The majority of men.
And we said the majority. We never said no. And if you going and don't do it.
Okay, I'm trying to correct. I'm self-correcting.
You know there are great women out there.
I'm saying
we said we know there are bad men out there. So just get that out.
I am self-creating, Ali. I'm self-correcting. So I'm saying, okay, maybe not all, but most women are also looking for some type of benefit, and I agree. But the argument is that's only half of the story. The other half of the story is there are relationships where they're rooted in polarity, where women reciprocate, not with buying him a gift back, but they do match the energy, right?
Ow.
So Fatty gave the example of the woman who gave him the candy, right? She matched his energy. She showcased something to him.
So she got him a candy after he just paid for a $200 dinner. I'm not like, men are not saying like, if I just paid for a dinner date worth $200, buy me something worth $200. No, but candy, really? How about I just paid for a $200 dinner date, and when we get home, you give me a back massage, something like that, not candy. So giving men candy is what you call reciprocation in 2025? Seriously, that's matching energy. For the women who cry about men doing the bare minimum, so getting a man a candy, a piece of candy, not even $1, is matching energy. Wow.
Because
as a way to show appreciation, and that's what I'm saying is the other side that you're not acknowledging.
So see, oh no, Fatty, real quick, Fatty.
That's fine.
CEO Ali and Fatty will never tell you there's not good women out there. Will never tell you there's not women that reciprocate. Will never tell women there's not. What you just did was deflected and start talking about the women who reciprocate. That's not who we're talking about. We know there's phenomenal women out there.
I'm saying I'm adding more.
You said that's not the whole story. So let's stay on the majority of women who are mistreating their man and benefiting from the man but won't reciprocate. Please don't go to. I'm gonna say this too.
I'm just saying in that case.
Hold on. Thank you for the great women, phenomenal women out there that are catering and supporting their men and their family. When we have this show, it's to bring together the men and women where we have the disconnect of the majority of the women who not treating their men well, and the majority of men who are trying. And we'll talk about the men who are toxic as well too. We know there are bad men out there, but we're addressing the fact that majority of sisters on here have options, and there's nothing most men wouldn't do for any of you. You know that.
Fact.
But if you bring and we switch the roles and ask what women will do for most men,
they don't know.
They'll say they're not going to be a slave, they're not going to be a maid, and they're not going to be oppressed, and they're not going to be a traditional woman while they're asking for a traditional man. And so let's be consistent. And what makes this worse is y'all don't like when men objectify y'all to cooking and cleaning about sex, but you're still objectifying men to being protectors and providers. But now that you protect and provide now, shouldn't all you want from a man is money? Love? Now that we both protect and provide, it seems like all you want from a man is love, but you're still asking him to provide 100%, or you rather be by yourself if you have to go 50-50. And I'm not talking about y'all on the panel, but majority of sisters ain't cooperating or submit to a man unless he pays 100%, and they'll say it out their mouth. So now that you provide and support for yourself, why can't most women love a man?
Because they have never really wanted to love a man. They can love what he does for them, what he provides, but that's it. That's why whenever he stops giving them that thing that they love, for some reason the love goes away. For some reason the love goes away. And I mean, most men don't believe it. Most of you guys are out here looking for love, but I would rather you look for a woman who maybe wants to be around you. Not for a woman who loves you, but a woman who wants to be around you. You know what I mean? Because you know she's never ever gonna love you. Maybe your mama may love you for you, but a woman out, and I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying it's just the reality. Like, as a man, the faster you know that no woman is ever just gonna love you because you're an amazing man, just because. They're gonna love you for what you can provide. That's it. I don't care if you're providing good dick. I don't care if you're providing money, if you're providing protection, whatever you're providing for her at that stage, whatever she's looking for. Because mind you, just because you earn $1 million doesn't mean she's going to love you because you got the money. Maybe you find her at a stage where she's looking for good dick. Your money isn't going to do that. That's why she's going to take your money and go to the guy who can give her good dick.
I think feminism has disempowered women into accepting that. So I think naturally we want to, but I also think there are a lot of us who fall victim to the culture.
So you don't want to love a man. I just wanted to say this, and it's not polarity, it's not reciprocity, it's trying. I spent $400 on that bitch. I love her. Sorry, she's not a bitch. She's a great, like she's a dope friend, right? Is the gesture, because most people, because when people listen to what you are saying, they think if Eddie gives 5, I have to give 2, right? Let me give you an example.
No.
Right? Let me, no, one second, please. No, 1 second. Because this is a conversation I have to have even with family, right? For example, I said to my brother, hey, brother, we're going to Vegas, right? In September. We're going to have fun. We're going to Vegas, all these, right? And the first thing he had to think about it was, how can I match it? And I said, you don't have to match nothing. If I'm older and I have a little bit more money, right? You don't have to match dollar for dollar. You just have to show that you care. And you know what happened? He got me some motherfucking soccer tickets. I haven't saw a soccer game in 7 years. We went to watch the national team on one of the biggest soccer stadiums. You see what I'm saying? It's just the gesture. It matters.
That's all
It's
money
not
made
like-
after.
But then that's the point is, yeah, listen how we start this conversation. For y'all cooking, oh, I'm not chasing, I'm not doing, It's the bare minimum, the gesture of you, like if 10,000 times I take my jacket to actually put on your back and we get rain in our motherfucking shit, it's so nice for you to grab a towel without knowing and wiping my face.
That's it.
It's so easy. To get them is so easy, grabbing a towel, and instead of wiping your ass because you are drenched, you go to your man face and you go like you do with your dog. It's so easy to show like gestures of kindness that get you the man, but for whatever reason,
Most
y'all
men can't
don't
do it.
even know how to do it. It's incredible. And respectfully, I don't think y'all don't do it because y'all ignorant. I think
They
y'all
don't
don't
want
do it because y'all don't have to.
They
I'm
don't
sorry,
care,
y'all
right.
don't have to, because all these men bend up backwards to actually get with you. Because I know when you are kind with your boss, I'm going to get some coffee. Anybody wants coffee? I'm going to the store. Anybody wants something to the store? Oh, don't worry, Keisha. I'll get that shift for you. Go get with your man. Y'all know how to be kind with your bosses, with your best friends, with your teachers, on Instagram, on TikTok.
Now
But
we ain't kind?
your man, nah, what can I get for you, sir? And if you don't do nothing from me, you're getting nothing from you because I'm not chasing you. I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't get that.
It's true. Some women respect their bosses more than their husbands. Oh my God, that's crazy. Like they will be quick to get a coffee for the boss, but if the husband says, make me a sandwich, you make it yourself, even if he pays 100% of the bills. And obviously, like he said, I think it's because think about it, guys. If you are as a man, right? Imagine women were throwing themselves at you from the time you turned 18, all the way from high school to age 35, and women have been throwing themselves at you. You're also probably not gonna want to care to do anything for women, because you're gonna be like, I don't care. Other women will keep doing stuff for me if you don't want me, just because I don't want to do shit for you. So I think that gets to their head, to the extent that they're like, I don't care what men want because so many want me. So many are doing what I want. Why should I do anything for you? So even if she meets a good guy and the good guy has standards, she's gonna be like, why should I do anything for you when I have Boogie over here who's gonna do everything I want? Because remember, some guys don't ask women to do shit. We have seen it on the internet, men pondering. So when women get those two choices, she would rather pick a guy who's not as good, who's not at the same level as the good guy as the dream guy, but only because this guy lets her get away with so much shit. She's like, why should I do anything for you when there's a guy who's gonna let me literally walk all over him? So they want the control.
No,
When I say match energy, when I'm saying matching energy, I'm not saying that she has to go bar for bar exactly like you. I am saying that feminine women reward effort. They do. And that is one way, like your brother did for you, What that wasn't him going bar for the same dollar.
Reward?
He was rewarding what you did in his own way. That's what we call reciprocation, and that's what feminine women do. But if you put yourself in a, but no, we're agreeing.
We already know that. We already
but
know
we're
that.
agreeing. We're agreeing.
Now, why you keep
We are
going back?
agreeing.
So this is.
I even disagree with that. What do you mean reward me? So you're saying I do nice things for you as a woman because I like you. So the things you're doing for me, you're rewarding me. So you're not doing it because you like me. You're doing it only because I did something. So you're saying if I stop doing something or if I don't do what you don't like, let's say you want to go on a trip, but I can't afford it. So you want to be nice to me because you want reward. Like, who wants to live like that? Who wants to live with a woman where she's doing something to you only because you did something? How about you do something even before I do anything to show that you actually care? Now we're treating a man nicely as a reward, like as if I'm some kind of kid that I passed my tests, I got an A, now you're rewarding me as my mama. That's some BS. I don't want that.
I'm gonna tell you something Red Pill got
You're
wrong,
just
right?
agreeing.
Right, but look, it's not the way you're saying it is if you're talking about another topic, and we already know that.
No,
you're not addressing because you're not addressing what he's saying.
I just said what Thaddy, his actual experience, what he shared with us. That is what feminine women do. They reward effort. That is
Reward?
the reciprocation. That is what we do.
That's
When you guys
cool.
are asking, how does a woman showcase that she actually has interest in a man? He provided an example in which, in a feminine masculine dynamic, she rewards his effort, his
Reward.
initiation, the things that he does,
That word
with
has
a
triggered me.
similar appreciation. It doesn't have to be bar for bar, dollar for dollar.
But he's asking the panel. He's asking the panel. He's asking the panel why.
Similar. You use the
hold
word
on.
similar.
No, but
Like,
that's not it.
Similar is the same. It's close. It's like similar. I help you 5 miles. You help me 5 miles.
Right.
Men want 1 inch. Like, men just want 1 inch. 1 inch of trying. Right? It's, for example, right, paying for the date. I don't want you to pay for the date, but if you give me that Velociraptor arm, let me pay for it. That doesn't full extend. I will look at you like, oh, so you're playing, huh? So you're playing with me. I don't want you to pay. I want you to try. And you know what I'm going to do, Ann? Sometimes I'm going to let you extend that full shit and pay it. And I'm going to see your attitude from the time that you paid until we get home. And if you have a nice attitude, you know what I'm going to do, Ann? Here's some cash app, and I was playing. Hey, you passed the test, and I appreciate you. That was dope. Y'all play these little games. Well, y'all pretend that you're doing nice things for men when you don't want to do it.
That's what I just
and
said.
then when that man look at you crazy, they don't make men like they used to do. Oh, yeah. I talk with Ali. I talk with Ali. And by the way, shout out to Player One. This is a dope incoming super chats. We're going to read it.
And that's what I was saying. Like, when she used the word reward, what do you mean you're rewarding me? How about you do something nice for me before I do anything? Because we know I'm always going to be doing nice things for you. But what do you mean you're rewarding me? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, who wants to be in that kind of relationship? Either do something nice for me because you want to do it, or you don't. But don't do something nice because you're rewarding me. Like, who wants? Oh my God! Like, modern women, man. Good luck to you guys, man. Because dating is crazy out here. Anyway, shout out to Fadi, and that was my time. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Crazy stream today, but thank you for everybody who was in the chat and supporting your boy. I'll be back tomorrow. It will be fun. So until next time, subscribe. Peace.